I'm literally ordering some Starbucks while I'm talking to y'all. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna get into, and I'm not on a microphone, by the way. Okay. I'm gonna get into a lot that I can't get into before I have to bounce. Okay. Um, One thing. Okay. The big purpose, the absolute purpose of why I have created the Black Woman's Guide is because I know, and I'm going to say this with my chest. I know I have the way of giving an answer for something. Okay. I have myself experienced a lot. Okay. And one thing I have always been for the majority of my goddamn life, if not all my life, and probably in my last lifetime, is a goddamn writer. I am a writer. I am a creator. And I have experienced bullshit. And I think that just comes with the territory of just being a creative artist, because I think that's just a part of where we have our proper therapy and outlet. And I can see people who are not artists, who are not creative, and I can see um where they, I can see that disconnect with them, right? Now, hold on. I'm looking for something while I'm talking to y'all. Okay. And I just absolutely don't see it. Okay. I don't see it. Um, oh, because I'm in the wrong folder. That's why I don't see it. There we go. There we go. Now we in business. Now, Black Woman's Guide was inspired for the fact that I don't want to say I just don't like Black women. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say that. But there is a kind of Black woman that makes it bad for many Black women. Okay. There is a kind of Black woman. There's a type of Black woman called that mammy who makes it bad for many Black women. But then there are the Black women who they're sincere. They don't mean any harm. They really believe in what they have to say about Black people and Black culture. They love Black people and they love Black culture. They love everything Black people and Black culture stand for. Okay? There are people who it's like they feel like they're fighting for a cause for the culture. And then I see the conflict. I see the foreign Black woman, the Caribbean Black woman. And I see her conflict. Okay. Then I see which is the mammy. And then there's that ghetto ratchet bitch that don't gotta care in the motherfucking world for how she looks and how she makes anybody look. She don't give a fuck. Then there's that black woman that all she knows is what she knows, and that's how life is, and that's all she knows. Not really her fault. That's all she knows. She don't know how to know anything out of what she knows. But she's the type that if you pass her a book, if you send her to a video, if you bring her to something, she would just listen. She would open up. Then you have those that she knows herself. She knows Black culture very well, and all she knows is Black culture, and she's not stupid, and she sees the problem, but she does not see herself ever expanding outside of what she knows. Okay? And most of the time, that's the American Black woman. And that's what inspired this. And when I sit here and I write these things, and I sit here and I talk about these things that I talk about, when I sit here and I express the things that I express to you, it's from myself and mere observation. Writers, most of the time, we're researchers, most of the time, we are the ones that are, how do I say it? We're the ones that are the ones taking note of everything. Okay. All right. And so we observe and we watch. All right. And because of that, I realized that one second, that I'm just so okay, that's it. I just feel like these times call for this. These times call for this type of conversation. These times call for it. All right. And I say this because, it's the SW that I talk about, right? It's definitely the SW. And it's deeper. I'm starting to realize that it's even deeper than that. The energy you have around you of hate, of people who are murderers and robbers and thieves, the environment you live in, can create your aura and how people perceive you. I'm going to tell you why. I had a moment where there is a person's mail that was coming to my home. And I have a very retarded mailman, very retarded. And I have to tell you, I don't want the karma of fucking getting somebody fired because I feel like I would say something to get this man fired. And I'm not trying to do that to that man. I'm not trying to do that. And so I'm not trying to do that to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And so I just return the sender, throw it back. But as time go on, because I've been doing this for a long time, certain mail is not coming in my mailbox. But this particular person who was in my mailbox, the cops was looking for him. Said, I don't know him. I ain't been here long to know him. And the cop lady asked me, well, how long you been here? I said, I've been here for a year. I don't know him. And it's like, well, if you see him, this, that, and the third. I said, I don't know him. I don't even know if I responded. I just said I don't know him, and I kept it moving, and I was a little pissed off about it. And I called the parents and I was like, hey, you know this nigga? Well, let him know that the cops came to my motherfucking door looking for him. And need to know this is a small town. So yeah, this is, I tell you that all the time. This is a very small town. And so I was like, let him know the cops is looking for him. Ah. So then as time went on, that person's mail did not come to my mailbox anymore. Okay. It just didn't come to my mailbox anymore. Now, the problem that I was having with this situation is that I didn't know this nigga, but the fact that I lived where I lived and he lived here, it made me guilty by the association that this Negro may still, I could be in some association with this Negro. Okay. And so these are the kind of things that I see. Women arguing with these niggas in the street, the type of niggas that they around, the type of niggas they've been with in the house, the type of niggas that, like, it's like, well, you black women don't choose good. And it's like, what's been around? It's like, that's not even what it is. That's how deep it is. Like, that's not even what it is. And I was somebody who was arguing people down about that choosing better shit. Okay? And I would be like, nah, bruh, it's deeper than motherfucking who the black woman is choosing. It's way deeper than that shit right there. And I started to also like the black woman. Nobody is going to want, I want you all to understand, because it's going to get dark over here and it's going to continue to get dark over here. The black woman does not have a good hand dealt to her. Okay? She doesn't have a good hand dealt to her. The thing about her is that she can choose just right the hand that's just right for her. But the black woman has to also understand her own self-reflection. The black woman has to also understand what is being reflected back to her. Okay? Black woman has to pay attention to the energy that is projected onto her. Okay? The black woman has to understand, what is it to be a black woman? What is it to have melanin in your skin? What is it that I vibrationally attract? What is it that the perception of the world has of me? What is it? But she has to do that individually for herself. What spiritual foundation do I follow? How does it really work for me? How does it really work for me? What are my beliefs, not just spiritual, because that's your spirit, but what are my beliefs about Black culture and how is that working for me? What am I jealous and envious of, and how does that work out for me? This is what the Black woman must do. Jeez, are y'all killing me? Come on, man. Fucking, ain't gotta be that goddamn much money. Okay. No, I pay it. Because the better tip you pay, the better services you get. I swear. No, I'm going down. I'm gonna go to $3. Foreign cultures, does this mean white men from foreign cultures are off the market for them? Sounds to me like they just want American bread. I'm glad the blind man being exposed to this young woman, even if this is strange. Someone gotta tell them. Oh, let me let this person know I'm live. Shout out to you who's live right now, because I cannot text you back. All right, I can't text you back. I'm so sorry. Listen. The thing is, from what you're asking me, is that a lot of them do date the foreign brides. Okay. A lot of them do date the foreign bride. Because that's the ones that's going to really be with the Black woman anyway. Because the foreign white male is a very different kind of white. He's a white male. He's not a Caucasian, so he's very different. Okay, very different. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. This is what I feel the Black woman must do. I sit here and I look at certain Black women and I see what kind of Black male she attracts. Okay. And I also look at the characteristics of the Black woman who attracts the dark Black male, especially even if she's with women too, the dark Black male with that certain phenotype. And you look at her energy and her personality, and it makes sense that that is the type of male that she attracts, right? You have the Black woman who, I mean, it goes in extended categories. I'll be here all day. I'll be like, seriously, I'll be here all day extending that category of what kind of males that you will find the Black woman with. Okay, we're not doing that. I'm treating myself out just for today with this, but I'm not making this a habit. I'll get the app before I make this shit a habit. And so my thing is, I think that there's something that is the answer. I know that cleansing your aura. I know that doing the spiritual baths. I know that doing the spiritual work is the key, is the answer to many things for the Black woman. Okay. And what I'm saying about the key and the answer to many things to the Black woman is that this is how the Black woman can keep herself away from the association of what these niggas are. Okay? This is how the Black woman can keep herself from energetically putting herself in spaces where they are. When you understand laws of attraction, I need you to understand something big about it. Whatever you experience is a reflection of internally who you are. And I say this a million times. It's not that people are, some of them are laughing at you and everything that's happening to you. And everybody's laughing at you for voting for Kamala. And everybody's laughing at you on so many levels. And everybody's picking at you even while you say that you're resting. Because some of you are still getting up on a microphone and talking. And it's getting more ridiculous when y'all talk, some of y'all. But here's the thing. It's about what it says about you when you can't pay your rent. Give or take, I'm not saying that things don't happen. What it says about you when you have children that you cannot afford. Now I know we're not going to listen. The Black Woman's Guide, we are not getting into other women and other cultures. We only get into Black and Caribbean women. And we talk about the Black American women, but it's not easy for me to not talk about the Caribbean woman because she's here too. Okay. I want us to focus on that. Let's not do the, but white women too. No, fuck that. Let's keep the conversation inside of what it is for the Black woman, for us. You see how this woman is sitting inside this room and reading the Black Woman's Guide? This is us. We're going to sit here all together, us, and have this discussion without the mentioning of other people when we talk about ourselves. That's all I'm saying. Now, it's time for the Black woman to understand what is the best way for her, what is the best direction for her, for the Black woman who's in tune enough to know what the fuck is going on out here. I started to recognize something, speaking of people of other cultures. There comes a personality with someone who works a job and they are around majority Black people. And I want you to start paying attention to this. I want you to pay attention to the personality, the self-esteem, and sense of self-worth of people who work jobs and they're around a bunch of Black people in their job, even though there's white people there, but when they're around a bunch of Black people. There's a deep-rooted insecurity. There's a deep-rooted, not self-reflective sense of self that is there. There's a deep-rooted thing of not taking care of the self that is there. And then as opposed if you were to go upper or go into a certain office space where you see in that area there's no Black people, and if they are Black, they're lighter skinned. If there's any Black people, you can see how kind of, nerdy, kind of a little naive and ish that you see. That these people's personality has. how laid back they are. Don't really got that energy. And they can be older too. I've noticed that. That's just my experience. And they're pretty friendly too once they come down and come talk to us regular schmegglers at the job. Pretty friendly. You have to look at how the behavior of the Black people around in the job and what they talk about and all this kind of stuff. Look at the behavior of the people of the immigrant culture that work amongst Black people and look how they behave. Look how they have no boundaries. Look how they do shit where they should be fired and they don't get fired. Look at them. And it's like this all around, not just here where I'm at. I've been through this umpteen times before. Look at their behavior. Because the thing is, I think that as a whole, it's something with the melanated Black energy that causes people to energetically be a certain way. And I hope that makes sense to you. You can't deny that there is darkness. You can't deny that there is shadows that exist when you see people who are the color of darkness and shadows. When you see people who walk around in this world and they have experienced the darkness in the most darkest and shadowish, shadiest shit in the fucking world in history, which was fucking human slavery and cattery. You can't deny when you come here from another country, disrespecting, hurting the people who come from this type of history, not having a mental intelligence or capacity to fucking understand that they come for something fucked up. Some people don't even know about fucking slavery. We're not getting into that. And you have to see these people still existing and walking around and not just in the fucking book, while also thriving through ratchet behavior, through the hip hop music, through the fucking poverty, just thriving and living their lives. People have to sit there and look at that. And what happens is, when you are a Black person who may have a Caribbean background, who may have grown up in a predominantly white school where there were barely any Black students, and you were not exposed to Black students to that capacity. When you grow up like that, and then you begin to be really in Black culture, you don't understand, you don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It's abusive. It's traumatizing to you, if not even more, because it's like, what the fuck is this shit? This is cool. Y'all like this shit? I don't get it. And then you call it self-hating and like, well, how self-hating if like, do y'all not see how fucking stupid this shit is? Okay. And now you have every time a Black woman is opening her mouth, she's perceived as ghetto and trash and dumb, and she don't know what she's talking about. Now you have it where you work a job like me, and you have a very serious don't play with me demeanor, and you focus on your work, and you tried to do the kind chitty chat thing and it don't work for you, and so now you on your shit where you don't really fuck with nobody like that, but you do work and do what you gotta do, nobody likes it. Nobody likes that you are that aware of everything, that you are that sharp, that you question, that you look, that when a paper's handed to you, you read it. Nobody likes that you that sharp, that you can go at work and to talk about things like politics and information and history and stuff like that. Nobody likes it. Don't have to just be at work. It just could be, it could be anywhere that you are sharp. And what I'm saying, you're not supposed to talk that at work, but if you're talking amongst another coworker, you can talk about whatever you want to. If you're talking to another coworker, it's a casual conversation. It's nobody else's business. People got a problem with you. And you're just existing. And when you're intuitive enough to know that this motherfucker's gossiping about me, this motherfucker's two-faced, and you give them the same energy back, they don't know what to do with themselves, because now they're looking around. Who told you what? How you know? That's your darkness. That's reflected internally and in your skin. I don't think the Black woman should be kind and sweet. I don't think the Black woman should be nice. Nice means dumb. She shouldn't be kind and sweet to nobody but who she knows closely. She should remain assertive. She should remain direct. That's how I feel about the Black woman. It doesn't have to come with nastiness. She should not be walking around here smiling. She should let people know that she is not the one to be fooled with or to be played with in the work environment or anywhere that she goes, by her energy, by how she carries herself, by the look in her eyes, without a word being said, being in tune with that energy to just give somebody a look. This is what I feel the Black woman should be doing. The Black male has helped the world see you this way. He will sit here and slut you out as a brown or darker skinned woman in the music industry. And as a light skinned woman, he'll sit there and make her look cute and twerk and have fun, but he makes you look like the worst motherfucking thing ever. Because you need to understand that the one who truly hates himself is the Black male. He hates himself. You need to see that. He's the only one who gets up here and he had to say so much to you, so much to a Black fucking woman. He can't just go over there and be outside his place. He got to come over there. Some of them need your damn approval. 1 second.
And inspire them to reach new heights. But when it is used as a tool for control, it becomes a chain, one that may be invisible, but is no less constraining. As we navigate the complexities of human desire, we must remember the power we hold in our words and actions. A simple compliment, a word of encouragement, a moment of recognition, these small gestures can have a profound impact. They can lift someone up or weigh them down. They
I saw it paying the damn
can inspire
the
independence
audio.
or foster.
And y'all can't even hear it. Oh, yes, y'all can. Y'all can hear it. Okay. Got my Starbucks. It's 12 o'clock. It's a good ass time to have Starbucks. All right. The Black male has done an excellent job at that. Trust me when I tell you. I need to tell him to leave it on the chair. Okay. Might be here before I leave. But we're not going to get at that right now. Okay. You have to, first thing first for the Black woman, is she's going to have to go through an internal spiritual purge, and that's going to be cleansing that SW out of her system. And there is a way to do that. Okay? There is a way for you to do that, to clean that SW out your system. I want you to also understand it takes 6 months to get rid of somebody's energy in your life. That means sexually. That means a friend. That means anybody you may have had an intimate relationship with. It's going to take a good 6 months for that energy to clear. All right. I don't know why it's 6. I have no clue why it's 6. Okay. But it's just something I'm starting to recognize that is 6 months. Okay. You have to learn how to find some self-control with your sexuality and understand why you may be sexually needy like that, and understand that spiritually you are not going to be stable having insurmountable sex with multiple people. And you don't have to have sex with people you are dating. And to be honest, you may have to purge yourself from dating people for a little while. So there's an energetic purging first that the Black woman is going to have to do. Whatever your spiritual belief, spiritual baths is the shit. And they work. Believe me when I tell you spiritual baths work. Because it's not about cleansing the body. You know, you got this debate about, you know, washing your legs and your arms in the shower, and people don't wash their legs and all this neck and all this. This is the whole debate out there. I don't listen to it because I can't, you know. No, you got to clean your spirit. That's what the Florida water and the oils and you got to cleanse that spirit. Because y'all keep talking about spirit changing and exchanges and all that. Y'all don't really know how deep it is. It's not just about sex. It's the people you around too. It's the environment that you're in too that deals with spiritual exchanges and energy exchanges. You wonder why someone think some criminals in your house? Because that criminal's mail is still coming to your door. Get rid of it. I'm telling you, it runs. Spirituality is not what people think. It ain't just yoni eggs and just motherfucking crystals and motherfucking doing yoga and talking about fucking books and astrology. That ain't what spirituality is. It's much deeper than that. You got to pay attention energetically to everything around you, everything around you. Everything. Spiritual cleansing is paying attention to even who you have around with you closely. Family members. The things you watch on TV. The things you engage in. That's your energetic vibration when you walk outside. If you're going to sit here and watch Love and you see all this and that and Mama D and all it, because I know about the stuff because people at my job talk about it. You're going to find yourself exactly with a little Scrappy in a Mama D situation. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm trying to tell you, I know, yo, spirituality ain't no game. Laws of attraction ain't no fucking game out here. I'm not saying you can't read a good romance book. I'm not saying you can't read a good horror book. If that's what you're into, that's vibrationally what you're into. I'm not saying you're going to attract horror because you read horror. I'm not saying that. These things are part of your fun and imagination, right? But I want you to understand how even the TV stuff and all of this stuff is a reflection. Okay, it did take out. It's a reflection of yourself. Okay? It's a reflection of everything. Okay. That is going on inside of you. Okay. Now. Okay, good. Okay. I forgot that it will tell me what time my package will be here. That's perfect. This must be old. Okay, this is something different. I'm like, why are my activities going back to 2020? That shit crazy. Okay, so these are the things that I think is key for Black women to understand. These are the key things that I think is good for a Black woman to know and to keep mind of. I'll get into some more. Oh man, let me see. What she was running? Yeah. That runaway with her Black boyfriend. Yeah, that girl. Okay. Oh boy. I want to get with the latest news. I heard something about reparations. I'm only seeing certain people. Okay, let's get into this particular Black redneck here. Let's get into him. Let's go ahead and hear what other people have to say.
I'm the director of post-production and head of YouTube at Iconic Saga, Cam Newton's
Hold on, y'all.
company. Last month, both our channels did about 80 uploads apiece. It's my job to title and thumbnail all of that content. It was exhausting. And then 1 year ago, Spotter came into my life. Spotter Studio has become my brainstorm and video execution partner, where I can bring in a single idea, a fully fledged out title.
Hey girlies, welcome back to the Imani Forrester channel. As you know, Imani Forrester is the author of 30 Reasons Why Men Deserve Nothing, which you can find in the description box below. I'm Shanice, and today we're going to talk about another case of yet another Black XY being Toby Obumselied. This guy's name was Telbo Rankin, or Telvin Osborne. He made it his life's mission to tell the world how much he hated Black women, and to be honest, nobody cared. His most viral tweet, though, was him saying that he'd rather hunch on a dog, specifically a white dog, than be with a Black woman. And it's like, okay. And honestly, who is interested in these guys, especially right now? But I would say that if you did have specifically a white dog and you knew this man, maybe show your white dog a picture of Telbo Rankin and see how it reacts, because he might have done something to your dog. Anyway, so he was out here constantly trying to put down Black women while hyping up white women as his preference, and it's fine. He can have that if he wants to. But his partner, Hannah Grace Cobb, ended up, according to her, accidentally shooting him while she was drunkenly cleaning a pew-pew after coming home from the club. And so just like that, he was unalived. Now, I want to be clear. This situation has nothing to do with Black women. His family started to call out for help, basically a dog whistle for Black women to rally behind him and seek justice. Absolutely not. Not only are we resting right now, the entitlement to our labor is crazy, especially from people who show absolute hatred and vitriol towards us. No, not only that, but Hannah Cobb said that it was an accident. So, hey, it was an accident. I also want to point out here how weird some of his tweets are. This one hasn't really been spoken about enough. I know that there have been a few people who have covered this story, but there was a particular tweet that Imani found where he was wearing one of Lil Wayne's Truck Fit brand clothing articles. The Truck Fit brand name stands for the reason you kill for it. And this man literally posted hashtag truck black girls. So yeah, it's a no for me. There are some people even saying he needs to be investigated. And I'm not calling Hannah Cobb a hero, but I'll be real, I feel safer with this guy gone, because we know how obsessive some of these males can get with their hatred. It's always really funny to me how men will claim to hate something so much, yet they can't leave that thing alone. In his case, he hates Black women so much, but he can't stop harassing, stop talking about, stop spitting vitriol towards Black women. Like, look, let him be gone and he'll never be bothered by a Black woman ever again. And let's not forget, he said with his whole chest that he wasn't afraid to kill for his partner and that he'd die about her, and he did. So he went out exactly how he lived. I don't really see a problem with that. Black women, I want y'all to take this as a sign to rest. This situation has nothing to do with us. To his preferences, if you want to, you can rally behind him. That's completely up to you. And to the white dogs out there, I don't know. I'm not sure. And I've also collected some TikTok reactions to show y'all just how unbothered people are. I'm not trying to shit on the dead or anything like that, but I think that this whole situation is pretty ironic. So y'all can just enjoy the irony of that. Rest up, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Oh, crud. Oh, gosh darn it. Shoot.
So I am about to turn into bed at the wonderful hour of 9. It is 7:34 right now. I'm finna take my ass to bed. But before I go, I read the story of Mr. Telbo, who was killed by his white wife or girlfriend. And she's saying that she went to clean her gun. And now they're not investigating. A lot of people are like, rest in piss. And I mean, sure. But I just think it's also interesting. Men who double down and bully women that they claim are not their type, only to be liquid dog shit in a bag to the woman they chose, will never not be ironic to me. And quite frankly, I just think that's what happened.
You know, for a second, I kind of felt bad for the guy. And then I saw his Twitter. Now, yesterday, we covered the story of Hannah Grace, who had unalived her partner at around 5:45 a.m. in Georgia. Now, they're claiming that it was an accident, but she was charged with involuntary manslaughter. Now, after this man's family had went on a campaign to basically get justice for this shooting, if you will, y'all already know people had to find the the way y'all be digging up to see if y'all gonna line y'all support based off people's tweets is crazy work, but shout out to y'all, because I was doing the same thing. I wanted to know, because I posted the story in regards to just the shooting, right? Not aligning my support to nothing, because you got to look before you support. So yeah, they found the tweets, y'all. This first one, I ain't gotta read it. There it is. And there's more. This one too. This was the fan favorite across Facebook. This was the fan favorite across Facebook. Man, allegedly his brother's also the same way. So, not you blessing her. Y'all, he blessed her. He must have trained her on gun safety too. And this is somebody tagging him in this post. Wow, man. Were they adopted? Like, do they not know their mama Black? And their daddy? Because there's some dark-skinned Black men doing all of this mess. Yeah, this one too. This another one. That's his.
I need y'all to get out of that. I need y'all to get out of that part right there. So what if the family's Black? So what? They feel how they feel. Y'all keep trying to make excuses and find excuses to make and bring out this empathy and compassion in places you don't need to. So what? As a Black male who said what he said, he's dark-skinned, this is what they do. Leave it like that. Leave it like that.
Account, you might not be able to see it because it's cut off, but it's on Twitter. I got it straight from Twitter. I didn't even go nowhere to get it. But Team White Girls. Child. And before you start protesting and stuff, okay? This one it just gets real good. He got people out here trying to say free her. This is I don't even got nothing to say. I can't even read none of this stuff. Is gross, but like I guess the trash took itself out.
To that man who said he would rather commit ungodly acts to a dog, mind you, a white dog. Now that he is taking his eternal rest, the only thing I gotta say is, what is y'all having for dinner? Because I was thinking about a little piece of little baked chicken. I took my chicken out. It should be thawed by now. I don't know what kind of sauce I want to have. Back to that man who done went on to glory. He is in eternal rest. We can only hope that he is in a better place. May he rest well in his preference. But to have a digital footprint of you saying that you would rather commit ungodly acts on a dog, keep in mind, do not forget that the dog has to be white before you engage with a black woman is quite insane. But anyways, y'all, what we eating for dinner? Like I said, I took my chicken out. I think I'm gonna do. Y'all think I should do brown rice or white rice?
Hannah Cobb said it was an accident, so it must have been an accident. Because who am I to say that this submissive, soft-spoken, feminine, fit, and friendly white queen is lying? Who am I to say that? And who am I to donate my black dollars to anything dealing with Telvin? Maybe one of them white dogs that he referenced in his tweets want to donate some money, but not my black dollars. Make sure you remember that the stuff that you say in life will follow you in death, right? So don't think that you can just go around here saying whatever you want to, doing whatever you want to, and then when you pass away, we supposed to all of a sudden forget the crazy stuff that you was out here doing and saying, and we supposed to just forgive you. I like to treat people the same way I would have treated them if they were still alive, right? I like to give them the same energy. And for this, I'm gonna keep my black dollars to myself. I'm gonna keep my black support to myself. And whatever happens, happens, because like I said, it was an accident.
I'm just trying to figure out, why is the family more upset with us than they are with Hannah? She the one that committed the crime. I mean, only thing we did was we just laughed and said we're not participating. That's it. We ain't got to participate in that. I mean, imagine a world where we have to still participate in your justice and you hate us. We just said no thank you. No thank you. We're not helping. We laughed and we didn't. Let me just tell you this. We did not laugh because that man died. We laughed at the irony. Because can you just imagine? That's crazy. That's crazy, right? It's crazy.
I got something to say to that.
I don't know if you guys are hearing about this case going viral.
This one right here said something interesting. She said, imagine a I've been talking on mute. I think it just got muted now. I hope so. When someone hates something, I was telling you that this tell boy, he didn't hate black women as y'all think he did. He didn't really hate them. He was talking too much, okay? Somebody somewhere made this nigga mad, okay? Okay. All right. But true hate is not expressed that way. When somebody hates you, they don't fuck with you or they exploit you or let you exploit yourself. That's a true hateful person. That's a true hateful person. It's more shady, it's more underhand, it's more seething when someone hates you. Hate is not like that. It don't just come out like that. All right. It don't come out like that. Bro. Let's see what she got to say. How to get up off this though. That was funny. I want y'all to be wiser for the black woman guy that comes to the classroom, that comes to the series. And this is how you're going to be wiser. You're going to learn how to see hate, disdain, disgust, without it being a Twitter message. You're going to learn how to see hate, disgust, disdain by looking at what people post through their YouTube, their actions. I need you to look through actions in your personal world and every day. Your co-worker world is the best playground. I want you to watch and pay attention. And in this space, what I want you to do is to be able to identify it. I don't believe everybody should be kind to each other at work. Respectful, yes, but not kind. All right? We can drag all day with this dude. Okay, he had a white girlfriend. He said he'd rather fuck a white dog than a black woman and all this kind of shit. A lot of them feel this way, love. Even the ones who date you. Okay? I'm just saying, they don't like you. Black males do not like you, black women. And let me fucking tell you something. As one who does not fuck with them when I go outside, who don't talk to them like that, and only communicate with them in the work world, but would never have fucked with them when I go outside, they cannot stand that shit. They cannot stand any woman that's black that walks into a space and don't say a fuck ass thing to him. They can't stand it. They can't stand to see a woman who is quiet and into herself, minding her business, who is quick and walks away. They can't fucking stand it. Girl. Mm-mm. I cannot. I cannot, girl. When I tell you I cannot, girl, I cannot. I was sitting here, right? And I go to many different spaces. I go to many different spaces. And what I have found in these spaces that I'm going to, it's a delusion going on out here. It's just a delusion that is going on out here. And I need to write this down and just make it a whole show. Let's go. I would not say it's a hate thing for me. It's more of I don't like. And you can even say I don't understand. Okay. I don't like and I don't understand a lot of things with Black people and Black culture. That's how I feel about it. Okay. I wouldn't per se call it hate when it comes from me, right? I don't spend my time with anybody, because I hate people. Okay, I hate people. That's just the fact about me. I don't spend my time giving a damn, really. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. And I don't spend my time even bothering to coon with other people of other cultures about Black people. I don't do that. I don't do that. Because I just let people know I hate people. I do. Y'all all the same to me. No matter what fucking culture and race, you motherfuckers are all the same to me. But that's just me. That's just me, a minty, okay? That's how I move. Now, here's the thing. With Black Women's Guide, from what I see, I think there's too much distraction. I think there's too many people pulling on the Black woman. Over here, then over here, then over here, then over here, then over here. It's like, look this way, Black woman. No, Black woman over here. Look over here. It's like everybody just keeps trying to pull this woman's attention everywhere. And you just cannot get caught up in this shit, man. Oh gosh, hold on, y'all. Right. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm probably gonna do this at one. Okay, I had enough of this. All right, listen. Listen, Black women. Listen. As you come here, as you get this wisdom, all right, I need you Be 10 toes down focused on yourself. Okay? I need you to be dedicated to yourself, Black woman. I need you to understand that these people do not matter. Okay? They don't matter. All right? And what I'm saying is, when you go out in this world and you carry yourself with an aura, with an energy of strength, power, and dark feminine energy, the first thing that you're going to have to recognize and understand what's going to come with that is you are going to be stared at. That's number one. Because you are something different and you're doing something the opposite of what people are expecting you to do. Okay? I need you to understand that through the Black Woman's Guide, you're going to have to know that when you get into this energy, this dark feminine energy, you're going to need to understand people are not going to respond to you in conversations the same way before. Everything about it is going to transform a lot of things in your life that may make you puzzle. At first, you may not care. Depending on your age, you may not even recognize it. But then depending when you get to a time in your life after you've had years of doing it, you'll realize like, oh shit. You'll realize how these NPCs expect you to respond and act when you come into a space. Understand? People need your validation. Even if they don't like you, they want your validation. I have seen people who I know do not fuck with no one like myself. And I'm talking about on the gothic looks tip. And I walk down somewhere, Walmart, whatever, minding my goddamn business. And their reaction to me was like as if I was supposed to walk past them and say hello. People are that fucked up and twisted. I'm supposed to say hello when you don't even fuck with nobody like me. But I'm supposed to say hello. Right. Understand that Black males especially are going to start responding to you a certain type of way. I'm rude and dismissive. I didn't even realize how rude and dismissive I am. I talk about myself or other people that I know. I don't engage in conversations too personal about myself with anybody. I never realized that. And I don't get personal with people. If you ask me how I'm doing, I'm fine. I'll never ask you how you doing. But I didn't realize that I was doing this until I said it to somebody who I actually like at work. I said, I'm good. How about yourself? I don't get that to nobody else. It's like, I'm good. Because that's how we communicate in the city. But I didn't realize that that was the proper way to do it. Out of all these years, I didn't realize that. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand about who you're talking to. Common courtesy is not a thing that I do very well. I'm kind of learning how to do common courtesy. I don't really have it. It's that shit. And I tell you these things because you're not talking to some sweet, kind, timid person. Because I'm not. I'm very strategic. I'm very analytical. But I'm not a very nice person. I'm not, I know y'all like to use that word, but I'm really not a nice person. I can be kind. I can be. It's very quick for people to get on my shit list. Okay? It's very quick for me to hate you and put you on my shit list. Maybe that's my Scorpio. I do not know. But I do that very quickly. If I remember something about you that comes into my memory about you, I will hate you. And that sits with me. It's all these different things. I remember one time at work, it took me a minute to think about it later, because sometimes I just be responding. And it was pretty good time in there. And then one of the guys was like, yeah, my baby mama, she be jealous. And I said, well, make sure you tell her, don't bring that shit over here. Don't tell her, tell her, bring that shit over here. I remember doing that. It was like, well, why did I even need to say something? Because that's the intuition. You see, intuition was this like, well, when she come here, tell her don't bring that shit over here. Because don't nobody want nothing she got. I didn't need to respond to that. But maybe something in me needed to respond to that, because I probably would have been the one who the baby mama probably would have tried to attack or make her target. And it's like, if the baby mama was there, I probably would have said it while she was there. And more than likely, I would have said it while she was there. Like, don't look over here. And one of my managers laughed. She cracked the fuck up. Because when I think about it, it was kind of insulting to him to say, don't nobody want you, nigga. Maybe that's why. See, sometimes I do things like that and it don't hit me till later. It literally, that's how I live my life. It don't hit me till later. Okay? It's that type shit. And understand too that when you dress a certain way, it exudes a dark feminine energy. Why is it everybody has a problem when the Black woman dress gothic? Well, because they think she does it for a trend. And those who are ignorant, they don't understand Black women who are from other cultures, Black women who come from the hood, but still that's who they are. Like, they don't understand the variety of Black women. They have a problem with it. Because I think the Black woman looks better. And the Black woman has an aura that white woman in that gothic outfit does not have. It's her aura, it's her energy. Trust me, people of other cultures identify as Black woman who does not deal with Black culture. They can identify the Black woman who does not fuck with anybody. They can identify her very much so. Don't think that they can't. There's an old 6-year-old white man that's a metalhead, and he knew I listened to metal. He said, people who listen to metal can tell other people who listen to metal. I can tell you listen to that music. That's what he said. My partner told me that. She said, from the way you dress and look, I can tell you listen to the music. So even if you dress normal, whatever, you don't have to put the full metal gear, but they still tell that is the music that you listen to, just from that's people who are intellectual and pay attention to see who you are. Okay? But you have to lean into who you are. You have to remain who you are. You understand what I'm saying to you? You have to be that. And what I'm getting for you to understand, leaning all the way into yourself, leaning all the way into who you are. As someone once always told me, you got to lean into yourself. You got to lean into who you are. It comes with a lot. Yes, it does. But you have to be brave in it. And while you're brave in it, you have to understand your association as well while you're in what you're in. But a lot of times we're loners. And we have our only little small handful of friends that we talk. Because a lot of times we're somewhere engaging in books or writing something or creating something or something. That tends to always be the level of our lives. And it's no other way but that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Another thing to note is that this path can feel like a lonely one, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Depending on where you are going in life and the direction you are going, I say only have those around you that truly benefit you, your lifestyle, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Shout out to my friend. I bought her a book yesterday. I was like, what you want? You got a wish list? She was like, yeah, I really want this. And I was like, is that all you want? She was like, no, that's it. I said, okay, I got you. I don't mind doing stuff like that for a friend. That's just me. And then it's also, what purpose do people have in your life? You know what I mean? What purpose? Why is this person in my phone? Why do I have this coworker's number? Why do I communicate with this person the most? Is this person going to help me get a raise? Am I going to learn from this person? What am I benefiting from talking to this manager here? I don't benefit from talking to this coworker. This coworker is a troublemaker. Let me stay out this person's way. What do I benefit from this connection here? This is my maintenance that comes here very often? Is it the person who fixed my window that comes here very often? Is this my landlord that I got to communicate with? Oh my gosh. Speaking of my landlord, I was supposed to go to my landlord today. Completely forgot about that. Damn. What? Oh, geez. Okay. She pay her today. This is what I'm saying. Everything has to have a purpose for you. Everything has to be on purpose and with purpose with you. You understand me? What is the purpose? Why do I want to know this information? I think it's important to know the latest news, to know what the president is doing. That this is the thing about Trump being the president, is Trump is Trump is the type of president that keeps you informed. I actually like that. When Trump wasn't the president no more, that was the one I did miss. It's like, damn, Trump used to always be on the news letting us know what's going on and talking to us. He kept us informed. We knew what was going on. when Trump was our president. I didn't miss that. So I don't think nothing's wrong with wanting to just constantly be in the know and the information. Okay? But most of all, live your life. Live your life, Black woman. Have fun. Really have fun. And do whatever makes you happy. I just don't want any more of this with the Black woman. I don't want there to continue to be this distraction and the constant conversations. There are people that see you as somebody who has not elevated, that you're not with the times, that you need to get with the times. And it's kind of funny to hear these people say this about you. I think that the Black woman, or whatever caliber of Black woman, depending on, are very much in tune with some kind of time. The ones that I've crossed paths with, but that's just me. I got to get ready to start getting clothes on early today. Why do I hear something that sounds like a trash can outside? Oh, I forgot that they're fixing roofs out here. Oh my goodness. I hope they tell me if they're going to do that with me, because my roof actually looks good. I don't think my roof needs to be fixed, but they probably will fix it. They've been doing a lot of fixing out this way. They are not playing. Now they fixing the roof. I'm like, damn, can I get my goddamn screen door back? But I'm going to have to buy me another one of those. Mm-hmm. There are people that really believe this about you, Black woman. And I'm a little bit like, I don't know what kind of Black women y'all around, but I don't know. I know Black women that are into technology, who are into quantum leaping, who are into getting their passport and traveling to different countries. It was the Black woman who taught me about going to other places and going out into the world and exploring things. It was the Black who was the one that taught me about style, clothes, and fashion. It was a Black woman that did that for me. She was definitely a Black woman that should not have been with a Black male, especially not a Caribbean one. She was definitely a Black woman that, unfortunately, she was into the brainwashing of the Black male and all this kind of stuff. But she was a Black woman that should have never been with a Black male. She belonged with a man outside of her race, and she was attracting men outside of her race. But for some whatever reason, she had that Black ideology that made her not continue on with it. But she definitely would have benefited from dating outside of her race. Definitely. And it was so many Black women around her that had their shit together, but the Black males just couldn't get theirs together. And that's both Black and Caribbean, mostly Caribbean. Could not get their shit together. It's that type shit. And then you have these raging Black women out here. Black men who hate himself and hate everybody and is jealous and envious of everybody in the world, and she's taking on his energy. The SW of these real fucked up Black males, and she's coming out in this world and being fucked up to everybody else. There's no helping her. She knows who she is, and she's not going to change who she is. Correct? Here's another one. You have to keep up the appearance, Black woman, even to the bohemian Black woman, you have to keep up the appearance. When you go out there and you look good, you got to look good. Even if you blowing your hair back and you got on a t-shirt and sweatpants, you got to make sure you look good doing that. You have to carry yourself with confidence and not care. You have to carry yourself with assurity and not care. You have to check your own internal things and not care. An attitude, it calls for you to get a little loud on a motherfucker for them to get the message. That is okay, Black woman. It don't have to turn into a fight. Okay? It don't have to turn into all that. But there's a way to convey your message without there having to be even raising your voice. And it's just all of these different things. But there's levels. And I'm going to make that pyramid. I think today I'm going to sketch that pyramid out. What is the pyramid of Black women? Who's the one at the bottom of the pyramid? You have to be careful because the bottom means the foundation, you know, because the foundation of it is our ancestors, is slavery, right? Is the mammy, because that is the foundation of Black culture, whether you want to admit that or not. It is that mammy who will be at the bottom of the pyramid. Just like I did with the males, I'm going to work my way up with the Black women. I'm going to sketch out that pyramid today. Because I think it's time to start identifying the level of Black woman that exists and knowing what kind of Black woman there is. We don't need a book by some goddamn Hebrew Israelite fucking old mammy bitch that's telling men to hit women. Black man's guide to understanding the Black woman, the Black woman's guide to understanding the Black man. No, we need the Black woman's guide for herself. Okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta start getting dressed any damn way. Let's go. Cheers. Yep. You're gonna get off with this shit. You know what? See that there go that bullshit. That's that shady ass censorship shit. There was no reason for my shit to shut off like that. There was no fucking reason for that to shut off. My computer good. I just plugged this bitch out. What is the weather today? It's a little chilly in here. Had to rewash my damn clothes. I forgot about yesterday. Ain't that about a bitch? Fuck. Man, listen. Hold on, let me get on the microphone. I'm back on the microphone, y'all. Man, listen. I don't give a shit. All right? I don't give a shit. Because here's the thing. for the Black Woman's Guide. I want you not to give a shit either. I mean, it's not going to take away the fact that the Black male does not like you. He hates you. And because of him, other cultures feel the same way too. But one thing I will tell you about other cultures is how you talk, how you carry yourself, what kind of conversations you engage in, what kind of music you engage in determines what your and anybody who's around niggas too much are going to be the only ones that's going to get their face crashed when it comes to you, Black woman. That's what I need you to understand. So when you have to look at that person of another race and be like, I don't fuck with hip hop. I don't know who you're talking about. You don't have to say that. You can be like, I don't know who you're talking about. You never heard? No, I don't know. Kendrick Lamar, don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. And you just leave it like that. I don't listen to that. Tupac, I don't listen to Tupac. Shut it down quick. It don't matter how they look at you. It don't matter how they pause. Don't look at me like that. I don't. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't. And if you want to get real nasty, you can just be like, all Black people don't listen to hip hop. That's racist. You can throw that at them. They may not be racist. They may really be trying to have a conversation about hip hop, but you do that to manipulate and back them off for you. You have to manipulate. You have to use a little dark psychology. You have to be a little narcissistic. That's just how it is. Understand that all of these emotions and feelings and everybody, you know, people are feeling it. People are feeling it more since Trump has been the president. People are expressing more what they feel since Trump has been the president. People are upset that they're marching and doing all this stuff. And nobody, especially the Black woman, is not joining them. And you have to ask yourself, what has been happening that everyone has expected the Black woman to be their mule? To be the one always fighting for them and doing something. Why is that? I experienced that in my personal life. But that was because I wanted to say what I wanted to say to that whore. But then after it was done, I turned on every fucking last one of them. I tell that story all the time. And I turned on them by saying, you can't sit with me. And trust me, they very much deserved it. They very much deserved it. Here's another thing I want you to take note of. I need you to recognize when, how do I say this? I need you to recognize when you are being taunted. Okay? A lot of people like to taunt us. A lot of people like to poke the dragon, as the saying goes, right? A lot of people like to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of people like to get the Black woman riled up and talking really fast and aggressive. And I want you, the Black woman, be okay with being mean and aloof and dismissive. That's what I want the Black woman to do. Be mean, aloof, and dismissive. I know you got a lot of women who are separating themselves from certain type of Black women. I know we have a lot of women who are, you know, going in about the Black woman's attitude and all this kind of stuff. And I know we have a lot of women who are expressing that, but I think the Black woman should be mean, aloof, and dismissive, because you can do that gracefully. You don't have to, you don't have to do it out loud. You can have a very silent power. I do it every day of my life. I walk around people if I have to. And let me tell you, that dark psychology there, people get very offended when you walk around them. I don't know what that's about, but when you walk around people, people are very offended. And I mean, you absolutely take a strong walk around them. Not you walk across the street. No, you walk all the way around them and go right back on from where you started in the line. People get offended by that. You're going to find people get offended by a lot of things that you may have not even thought people get offended by. I'm very offensive. I'm very offensive. I do know that. What the hell is this? Hold on. Yeah, I'm not going. Oh, okay. You don't do Peter Luger sauce? That's the best steak sauce. Peter Luger. Damn, I gotta pay her, yo. I'm back. I'm back. I meant to put something on. I usually play something when I go on hold like that. My bad. I Anyway, shout out to y'all. This is V314 Bad Bitch Craft Radio. I am a Minty the writer, and you listening to me. I have a Black Woman's Guide series that I've been doing for like the past month. I also specialize in doing dark psychology, and we do dark psychology study week. The Black Woman's Guide is pretty much what it says. Very simple. The Black Woman's Guide. It is the Black Woman's Guide of how to navigate in these times, how to navigate in the world, and how to navigate spiritually and understand what the fuck's going on out here. Who knows? It may turn into a book. It may not. It may just be an audio series. It might work that way, or maybe it'll work in a book. I do not know. Time will tell. We get very heavy into dark psychology. We have Dark Psychology Study Week. We have Study Dark Psychology 101, Dark Psychology 202. The next book is Darvo. I dropped the link. Go to my post. I often post. I also there is a Facebook page for the radio show as well, where I post up a lot of things and pictures and everything. Also, take advantage of going to the actual YouTube channel and going to the playlist section where you can get the whole playlist of the Black Woman's Guide, the Dark Psychology Manipulation series, and then the Black Woman's Guide, the whole entire series as it goes on. The Black Woman's Guide was inspired by time. Black Woman's Guide was inspired by many things, and I stick to it. And anybody who comes from my time, I'm an 80s baby. Okay. So we all know that there was a woman named Shahrazad Ali, how we pronounce her name. She wrote 2 books. It was called The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man and The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. And she thought this was a book at her mammy time to do that. But that book was nothing but destructive for the Black community. And it was more destructive for the Black woman because she encouraged Black men to slap Black women in their mouths. So much that it became a comedy skit on In Living Color. In Living Color was a 90s comedy show, kind of like what Saturday Night Live is, but it was a more multicultural comedy show. There were people like the Wayans brothers. There were people like, for those of you who are 80s babies, Jim Carrey was on there. J-Lo was on there dancing. It was a lot of people on there, and it was a lot of Black comedy jokes and stuff like the Jamaican with the 16 jobs and stuff like that. And even that joke of Shahrazad Ali slapping a woman in the mouth by the Wayans brother's sister, because it's a bunch of boys and she's the only girl, and she had mocked her. And it's not funny. Okay, it's not funny at all. Also, this Black woman has made excuses for Black men molesting, sexually abusing young girls, saying that the Black man don't have the capacity to control himself and how young girls are dressing and how they should not dress like that. Not once making the man responsible for his degeneracy, because that's what the mammy does. And if you want to know who the mammy is, oh man, that's a whole topic in itself. The mammy is the Black woman who defends the undefendable behavior in the Black neighborhood. And that's as far as I can extend that definition of the mammy. Now, moving forward, why did I write the Black Woman's Guide? Because I'm a Black woman who is an alternative Black woman, who I always stand on saying is the first divested Black woman. I'm the Black woman who's an alternative Gothic Black woman who did that while I was in the hood of New York City. So I'm a hipster New Yorker. But I also got to see the different cultures and the experiences of living in the hood, as well as the nicer sides, as well as seeing the mansions, as well as seeing the beaches, because I lived on the beach. Anybody who knows about I wasn't in Far Rock, but I was on Rock Beach. For those of you who know New York City, I'm from Southside, Jamaica, Queens. Over there, about 40. Over there, about 111, Suffolk Boulevard, Linden, all of that. That's where I'm from. Was raised in North Carolina. This is my background and much more. And so through these experiences and things I've seen, I have not liked Black culture. I have not liked Black people, but I have tried to come to like Black people and understand Black culture as a divested already, we're going to say alternative Black woman. And I sat around and watched and experienced what I did. And though I did continue my life amongst Black people, I never was one of them. I just lived amongst Black people. And that was my life. And so as someone who has observed this, as someone who's gone through a phase of damn near even hating Black culture, especially the Black males, I have changed the tune. I have come to experience something a bit different since I moved. And I see something a little bit that has me like, this is something that I'm starting to see with Black women, and I'm going to speak up about it. This is something that I see as the perception. And why did I come to this? Because I'm a very distant, dismissive Black woman or woman of color. By the way, my background is Caribbean, meaning like a Spanish Caribbean. My family came from Cuba. Both my mom and my mom and father's side, both of their grandmothers, their mother's grandmothers came here from Cuba, literally. Okay, the most interesting thing. So that's my background, and I was raised around a lot of Caribbean, a lot of other cultures, because, like, again, I'm from New York City. Now, just wanted to throw that out there because it's not ironic that it's called Southside Jamaica Queens. There's really a lot of Jamaicans in Jamaica Queens. Okay. Now, with all this and being this aloof, distant, dismissive Black woman that I am, being this Black woman who does not put myself out there and talk very much, if at all, being a Black woman who has spent more time in spaces where there's not many Black people, being a Black woman who has experienced dating Black women as well as knowing what kind and type of Black woman I am not interested in like that, or even like to be friends, which is the dark-skinned Black woman who I have examined the most closest. That till this day, I make it clear that I stay away from darker skinned Black women because of what I see with them. Okay. So this is who you're talking to. And this is my life and this is my experience. And I've also noticed the different experience of being with there's a light-skinned woman with a dark-skinned mother versus a light-skinned woman or a guy who has a light-skinned mother. I see the difference of behaviors as well. So it's a lot of little things that I have been observing as a writer, as a creator, as an artist for so many years, and especially my own experiences. I have come also to see that there's a deep brainwashing to liking darker skinned people because there are some of us who do not like them. And there's some of us who never did. And we felt like we needed to tell our dark-skinned friends that, hey, yeah, I like this dark-skinned person, knowing that's not what we wanted. But to comfort our dark-skinned friends' feelings, this is what we did. Okay? I also noticed that the difference of the experience of dating a darker-skinned person versus dating a lighter-skinned person. So all of these things are very much real. There's no lie in any of these things that many of us are saying. But the Black Woman's Guide is bought from something much deeper. While we're expanding from the one guide that says learning the artistry of manipulation, there's a dark psychology that the Black woman is experiencing. And I'm here to open that up. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to read and talk about all the dark psychology books that the Black woman should be reading. I'm here to teach. I am here to talk about the Black woman getting into her dark feminine energy. This is why most Black women are excellent in horror films, excellent actors in any type of psychological thriller, because that is what the DNA and history of the Black woman is. It's gothic. It's a dark, psychological, fucking real life thriller that our ancestors had to go through in slavery. And then there is the divested, the zealot, divested Black woman who does not give a fuck about slavery. She does not give a fuck about Black history. Her agenda is that she does not want the Black woman making Black children with the Black male or anything identified as the Black male. That will entail Black, Caribbean, Hispanic, and Latin, because those breeds can still have dark children. She wants it to be non-Black children that the Black woman breeds with, has relationships with, and builds her lineage with. That is the zealot, divested Black woman. So we are at different levels of Black women. And this is why it's important for me to start writing this down. From the bottom going up to the very top of the Black woman. And that's what has encouraged the Black woman's guide. And I feel that the biggest thing that the Black woman needs to do is she needs to start learning how to infiltrate male spaces and really listen to what they're saying without her being around. What she really needs to do is learn dark psychology, not just basic psychology, dark psychology. MK Ultra, kamikaze mind control, dark NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. There's a deep neuro-linguistic programming that the Black woman is experiencing on a daily basis. So much that the word that she's calling that Black male Kang, K-A-N-G, that ain't even his word, that's her word. And you can go do the research on that from people who are from Egypt that research the hieroglyphic in words and the science of words in Egypt. I read this years ago, and I did not blog about it, and I should have, and I did not. The Black woman needs to understand the dark psychology that when she does go dark, when she is in her dark feminine energy, how everybody wants to pull her out of that as if she's going down the wrong path or something is wrong. She needs that direction too. The Black woman needs to understand the dark psychology of the jealousy and hate and shadiness that people try to put upon her, and why it's important for her to be dismissive when she walks outside to everyone and bring that main character energy. And she don't need to be kind, sweet, or nice, because nice means dumb. She needs to know that nice means dumb. She don't need to be kind, sweet to no fucking body when she walks out that door. She doesn't need to engage in any conversation that it has nothing to do with her. I.e., the white woman that wants to talk about her son getting arrested. Hello, ma'am, how much are these incidents? Hello, nah, how much is this over here? Sounds like a personal problem to me. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I can't relate. A very distant, dark response needs to happen. And this is how the Black woman needs to move. Black woman needs to understand when you get into your dark feminine energy, you're going to see people for who they are. They're going to have a problem with you being who you are. They're going to have slick comments they make and do things like that because they are jealous. Their jealousy is going to show because they're not comfortable with you being that way. But I need you to be comfortable with you being that way. I.e., I got a whole wealthy bitch. Wealthy. Came from a wealthy family. Asian woman mixed with 3 or 4 Asian fucking cultures, okay? 2 retirement checks. She got bread. Still working in her 80s. Does not like me. She fucked up her life. She decided to choose black dick to get taken off the family will. How stupid is she? And then she doesn't like me. So much that she picks a fight with me. And I had to get nasty with her in my own kind of way, in a very disrespectful way, by way of talking to somebody else with her sitting right there. I had to get nasty. I had to use that dark psychology. You understand? I started to notice the same person at work that, you know, they got gum for you, they got candy for you, they offer you a ride. A lot of times that be the same motherfucker that end up hating you. And it's like, well, why does this happen? Why am I hated when? Because it's an energetic thing. People cannot hide in front of you. Whatever they want to mask and smile, they can't do it because you pull down people's mask with your spirit. It's like your spirit just reaches over and pulls off that mask. And people cannot stand the fact that you can energetically pull off that mask and pull off that lie. So they can't be that fake, phony person that they are to every other Black woman out here. They got to be themselves. They got to be honest. They got to keep it real, a thing that they don't usually do. So it makes them uncomfortable. You may speak a certain way that makes them feel some type of way because your communication is very direct, very strong, and very assured. You stand on what you say. You stand on who you are. You don't bend or falter for nobody. Only one time I said something at work and a person was like, really? And I was like, nah. Because it didn't really matter to me if they believe me or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm at work. I don't give a shit. I think I'm worse when I'm not at work, honestly. That's just me. Here's another thing. When you are reading books like The Secret of the CIA, Dark NLP, MK Ultra, you're reading and you're educating yourself on so many different levels. They don't just have to be dark psychology, but anything. What is jealousy? What is hate? What is anger? What is evil? What is the brain of evil? What is the brain of what's a psychopath? What's a schizophrenic? What is these things? When you're digging in life, your soul begins to have a lot of depth. And people can feel that depth and they can't reach you in conversation. So what they try to do, they try to flatter you. They try to look you in your eyes. They try to low-key touch your hand. They try to do all these things. But you are not moved by that. And you can see people's reaction to you. You're so dismissive that even if you remember somebody's face and they remember you, you tell them, I don't remember you. That's your dark psychology, just to let them know I don't give a fuck about remembering you. And don't you dare think that being in my space will make me remember you, because I don't give a fuck about you. You don't have to say that out loud, but that's what you can say in your spirit. This is not a time for laughing and playing, only with those who you know closely and only with those who you love. Because to me, if a group of people are laughing at you, if a group of people are cheering on that you are losing a job, if a group of people is just really being so nasty publicly towards you and making mockery of you, what reason do you need to be anything but a bitch back to the world? A bitch back to the world. Fuck everybody. That's what the Black Woman Guide is about. Fuck everybody. I'm not no relationship guru, but one thing I am very good at is spiritual cleansing. Cleansing your spirit and renewing your life and starting all over and transforming, because I've done it through celibacy, through not watching porn while I was celibate for a while, through not dealing with people like that, through talking to people and making choices or whatever I was doing, and still, even then, still not having sex, whatever. Like, it's a lot of things. There's a lot of purging that I did. It's just that there was other things that I had to face. And that was just what my experience was with certain complexion Black women, and what I could not tolerate anymore, and what I did not want to deal with and tolerate anymore. And again, it took about, like I said, it takes about 6 months to cleanse people's energy about your space. Once again, speaking from experience. And there are Black women who are in these very incredible careers and stuff like that, but I'm noticing that these Black women are also experiencing bullshit at work while being there. And this is why the Black woman needs to understand she does this. She can be cordial, but you can still be aloof. But the reason she's experiencing certain things is because of your aura. When you exude a certain frequency of energy, certain people won't bring certain things your way. They won't even come around you. I promise you that. They won't even try you because they know once you look in their eyes, they're going to get a real good tongue lashing in the most calmest, high priestess way that's going to hurt their fucking soul. Trust me, they know that. I'm not a relationship guru, but I can talk about relationships and communication. And I can talk about your relationship with yourself and your self-reflection and how everybody outside reflects you and how you are, whatever you're attracted to in that relationship is a reflection of you. And how it's important for you to either go to therapy or do your own type therapy in your own type of way to figure out what it is. There are books out there. I will be recommending those books on the Facebook page. The Necessary Losses, My Mother, Myself by Nancy Friday. There's another book I have to purchase called Adults with Immature Parents. There's a book called that, Adult Children with Immature Parents and How to Get Through That. Books like that, something to take a step. Journal. Let me say it again. Journal, get a book, write, scribble, stickers, whatever, vinyl stickers, whatever. To occupy yourself, your mind, and keep your hands busy. Pay attention energetically who you can't do certain things around that you don't want to show them who you are and this kind of stuff. Pay attention what kind of energy comes around you when you're with somebody. Do you always want McDonald's when you're around them? Do you always want Chinese food when you're always around this person? You got to start paying attention to that energy. Like, wait a minute, I don't really fuck with this, but this is that person's energy. When you get into relationships, pay attention to what kind of relationship that friend that you have has with other people, even around them. You don't want to be a friend to someone who everybody hates or nobody likes. Trust me, you don't want to be friends with that person because when you go out into this world, that aura is going to hit you. You're going to attract the same type of crazy situations that they attract because they subconsciously like the drama and the trouble. These are the things that I know I can teach, that I'm qualified to talk about to the Black woman. I live a very simple life. For those who want to know, I live in a nice little town apartment. I got a front yard, a backyard. I'm about to start a garden. You understand? Soon I'm going to decorate my porch. It's going to be a nice little carpet out there and everything on my porch. Right now, I hang my clothes outside until I get a dryer. Because this is my apartment unit. Okay, one of my clothes is hanging out right now. I'm washing clothes right now. I'm always washing clothes. And I work a regular job. I do this as a hobby until like I always say, till I decide what I truly want to do with this. Do I want to go to Sirius XM? Do I want to invest into my own media business and have my own media station? Whatever I choose to fucking do with it, I'll decide when I'm ready. But until then, this is what I do. This is what I am very much into and I really like doing. I like to get up, get in that journal, open it up. What am I going to talk about today? What am I going to teach today? These are lessons for me to teach the Black woman. And this is who I am. And I live a very minimalistic life. I literally just bought myself a new bed frame. Okay. A custom carpet, and a new office desk. Okay, I have an office desk, it's real tiny, but I have an actual office desk. And I showed my friend yesterday, and she was like, oh my gosh, I want one. I said, I would dead buy you one. She said, I can't let you. I said, okay. I dead ass would have bought that desk for her too, just to share the experience. Okay? These are the things that I did. And these are the things I do for myself. And these are things that are investments. That office desk is an investment. I got a bookshelf on there. Okay. As well as a file cabinet, like three a big file cabinet, two drawers. And I got a bookshelf under it. And then I got more bookshelf space and more space to put two computers on the desk. Two big computers on the desk. You understand where I'm going with this? This is the things that I do for myself because these things are in investment. I don't buy frivolous things. I buy useful things. I want my hair to grow a lot longer and stronger like it did before. So I'm back focused on my long hair, my long natural hair again in the way that I did before. So I bought products for that. East Indian products for that. All right. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm on my show, and on my way to work, I will comment in full. Okay. This is something. This is me. If you want to know about my life, and I have made major transformations in my life. Okay. And when I say major, I mean major transformations in my life. One second. Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. That's the 5 things right there. 15, 66, 99, 35, 129. 213. $80, 178. I'm trying to understand what the 213 was. When did I spend? I don't remember spending that much on anything. That's the one thing I'm trying to understand. Amazon gonna have to explain that one to me. That was the most recent stuff. Got it. 213. Yeah, because I see something here for 2 something. And I'm like, when did I spend that much? I'm also building my own in-home gym. Where is? All right. I'm building my own in-home gym. Focusing on getting my body together. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Got it. I'm trying to see how Amazon does the payment. So this is something that's together. This has to be this order right here. It has to be the weights and the bed frame. Okay. I'll calculate it when I what's the name? When I get where I need to go. Okay. Also, these are the things I've invested into for myself. Okay. Also teaching myself financial literacy as well. Okay. Something that I don't talk about. That's something I keep very much to myself. My financials and all of that stuff, keep to myself. There's only like one friend. She's cool. I can be like, hey, I went shopping. You know what I'm saying? And, but that's cool. Yeah, that has to be that together. That has to be something else together. Because these numbers is just not, they're not making sense. You know what I'm saying? One second, y'all. This is being delivered today. Oh, yes, I did purchase 2 of those. That one's 36. That's the 22. Okay, I'm seeing it now. We have the 8023. Yes, that was that much. Okay, because I bought a bigger one. Okay. 143. So that's 178 and 180, then 178. So that's for all of this down here. Okay. Got it. Okay. Finally figured it out. Thank you for making it make sense. Okay, so nothing should be coming out the account anymore. I can go ahead and close that down. There should be nothing else coming out of my account. So I'm going to go ahead and lock the card just in case somebody try to take something that don't belong to them. I'm going to probably actually go ahead and toss money inside of this. No, I'm going to leave this. I'm going to go ahead and just give her her money. Let's go ahead and pay her. Where's she at? So this is who I am. This is who I am, and this is the life I live. For those who's curious about me. All right. But other than that, I'm not here to be the end all and be all of everything. I'm not here to say I have the answers, but I got the answers to fucking something. I got the eyes to see something that I can write this, that I can sit here and talk about the Black woman's guide. I can do that shit. I am qualified to do that. See, the thing is, the woman who is the educated Black woman, right? The woman who is I got my degree, I'm a doctor, I'm a this and that. That's cool. That's great. That's awesome. That's an awesome career to have. Engineering, political, awesome career to have. But she does not have the same experience that that woman that's coming from the hood, who decided to do what she needed to do to obtain what she had to obtain. She doesn't have the same experience of the Black woman who the Black mother or father or stepfather did not give a fuck to help them with their education or where they was going with it. She does not have that experience. Her hate for Black culture and community is not the same hate that the one from the hood has for Black culture and community. To be honest, her hate from the hood, especially if she's an alternative Black woman, is a deeper kind of hate for Black culture. Okay? It doesn't stem from a place of jealousy and envy. That's another thing about her. She's not a jealous, envious, spirited woman. But that woman who's up there in the six-figure salary, she can be a jealous spirit and envious woman. And that's another topic in there. Because she's still a Black woman having the success that she's having, and depending where she's located, if she's up north, then she's more likely to see, I would say if she's more up north, even south, she's more likely to see a bunch of Black people in her field, especially up north. The white people that come up north and be in certain fields, they're coming there for money from the Midwest, West Coast, wherever the fuck they're coming from. Okay? The fuck is this? Oh, I was locking the card, right? Almost forgot. All right, let me get this shirt on. All right, y'all, this is another pause. Give me a moment. How much is this in here? 18? Yeah, because I just gave her 59. I can't even get to that text message. Y'all get to give me a moment. Let me go get this damn shirt and shit, bro. Y'all already know what it is. I'm moving around a lot. I'm going to go ahead and just let y'all finish watching the rest of this video while I do this. Because stream y'all, man, y'all be tripping, bro. Don't fucking know. I be refreshing the page and everything, and y'all still be on motherfucking some bullshit. Like I ain't do my job. Like I ain't do what I was supposed to do before I started the damn show. I should have bought that damn workout fucking mat. Kind of low key, like, damn, I might go back and get that bitch. Because it's like, you know, a little puzzle thing where you can put your, you know, when you work out and stuff, you can drop the weights on it. Because I'm about to build that bitch right in this corner. We'll get to that in a minute. Be back.
Compare white women to black women and disrespect black women, the situation handled itself. There's nothing else to talk about here. There's no outrage. You don't get the outrage. And you would think that this doesn't happen a lot, but this happens a lot. Am I saying because they're white? No. I'm just saying black man dates white woman, ends up being unalived by said white woman. Happens actually often. That's all I'm saying. And I'm a black man. And I understand how it feels to not know your place in this world or not know your value. But for me personally, I educated myself and grew my abilities so that I know my value in this world. And to see so many black men lack those critical thinking skills and then have to resort to being a conquistador, well, then you get what you get.
I just got a chemical peel and I'm peeling, so I got to talk to y'all from up here. The first time I ever saw somebody say rest in piss, I think it was under a post about it being the 1-year anniversary of Paul Walker's death. But when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, what an unfortunate error that this person made. This is going to be so awkward when they realize what they said instead of saying rest in peace. And so I went back to their profile a few minutes later to see if they realized what they'd done. And when I was looking through their new post after the rest in piss post, they were doubling down on the rest in piss. And I was amazed because that was when I realized it was not an error. And I had never heard anything like rest in piss before. Anywho, that black man who got taken out by his white girlfriend and it was discovered to have a disgusting digital footprint where he basically said that he would engage in bestiality with a white dog before he ever let a black woman touch him. Yeah, so somebody posted basically saying that he shouldn't be scrutinized for having a preference. And so now people are saying, well, may he rest in preference. Y'all are so dumb. I hate that his family can't mourn in peace because he got on the internet and said some of the most insane stuff I've ever seen. But hey, it ain't my fight. May he rest in preference.
And I know ain't nobody looking at us for no sympathy. Where's that dog?
I am. I am.
Okay. All right, I'm good. Let me see. Where my shoes at?
Spotter Studio has become my brainstorm and video execution partner, where I can bring in a single idea, a fully fledged out title, or honestly a single word, and I can build all the packaging for my YouTube videos right there. There is infinite inspiration. There is constantly something new. And I truly feel like I've gotten 10 times better at my job.
Most Planet Fitness clubs are open 24 hours, so you can work out whenever.
We're coming in early.
Staying late.
Whatever works for you.
Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 28th.
Folks, a twice impeached, criminally convicted felon in chief Donald the Con Trump just got his big, beautiful bill. It is about to cost America big time. After weeks of pressure, House Republicans pushed through Trump's new budget resolution, which will contain some $4.5 trillion in tax cuts and billions more for immigration enforcement. The vote was razor thin, 217 to 215. They were whipping votes in the end. Trump was personally making phone calls to hardcore conservatives, fiscal conservatives, to flip their vote. Now, here's what's in the budget. First, it extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts, which were set to expire this year. That alone will cost $4 trillion over the next decade, mostly benefiting super rich people and big corporations. Trump also added another $500 billion in tax breaks, like eliminating taxes on tips. Second, it boosts spending on immigration enforcement with up to $110 billion for ICE, $90 billion for border security, and $100 million for the military to get involved. Third, they're going to, the budget mandates $2 trillion in spending cuts over the next decade to help offset those tax cuts and border spending. But here's the catch. Nowhere does it say which programs will be slashed. Instead, House committees will decide where the axe falls. And even with those cuts, the budget still is going to add $2.8 trillion to the national deficit. Now, folks, let's keep it real. When tax cuts like these go through, they usually come at the cost to social programs, food programs, things like healthcare, housing, education, food benefits. All of those are going to be on the chopping block, including Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. But because Republicans are using the process called reconciliation, they don't need a filibuster majority in the Senate. They can pass this with a simple majority. Now, here's what we're facing right now, folks. And this is very simple. It's going to be a serious battle. Now, here's what's crazy to me, Rebecca, that's stunning. All of these Republicans, they claim to be fiscal conservatives. So you complain about a $36 trillion deficit, but y'all are going to add nearly $3 trillion to the deficit. The last time Trump was there, those tax cuts added $8 trillion to the deficit. They are full of shit when it comes to being fiscal conservatives.
Roland, I'm not an accountant, but just even listening to that as you described it, it isn't, for years we've heard conservatives say that America has a spending problem, but it sounds like America has a revenue problem. Anytime that you're adding trillions of dollars in tax cuts to our deficit, to our national debt, at that point, we're not bringing in enough money to actually pay our bills, because the reality is, even if you zeroed out all of our safety net programs in this country.
That wasn't even supposed to pop up, y'all. That just came up. That shit just popped up. Right? All right. Y'all already know what it is. That time where I get prepared to depart from everybody, right? I'm taking this with me, though. This is that time where I prepare to get departed from everybody. And I'll be prepared to head out the door, right? So, anyway, listen. Sometimes I swear I wish I could take y'all in the car with me and be like, driving and just be like, da 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 da. Right. Here's the thing, all right? For the Black Woman's Guide, before I have to go, okay, I just fed her and she is acting a goddamn ass. 1 second. Maybe she wants some water. That's what I'm thinking. She must want some water or something. Okay. Cats love water. That's true. Black cat ladies, we love water. Ice water at that. Ice coffees, frappes, and ice water. That is so interesting. Anyway, this is my purpose of creating the Black Woman's Guide. I'm not here to bash, to be nasty, to be cruel, to be mean, to be hateful towards the Black woman. I'm not here to do that at all. The ultimate goal of what I'm creating, let's say I decide to make this a book. Like I actually decide to make this a book and continue with this book and continue what I'm doing, right? Here's the thing. I will interview other Black women in prestigious careers, Black women that are in the hood, Black women, women of other cultures, to get their perspective of Black women. What's that? No hold bars, or however, I forgot how to say, no hold bars. For those of you from the city, you know what I'm talking about. And I will get to hear what they feel about Black women. That's how much I will research this shit. And I will go in, just do whatever research I can to hear what other people have to say to keep writing. And then most of all, I will go as far as listening to spaces. I'm kind of tired of going into male spaces and listening to what they say about women. I done heard it all with them. I don't have to go into their spaces. People just openly out there social media talk about it. Body analysis. I want the Black woman to learn body analysis. Reading body language. I want the Black woman to do that. I want the Black woman to recognize when she is hated, when she is loved, when she's adored, and when she's despised. And I want her to care for all the ones that's negative, that's not on her side. I want her to not give a fuck, but I want her to recognize it and how to navigate through it. I want the Black woman to know when the fuck to walk away. When the fuck to walk away. That one is a hard one for Black women. When do I walk away? When do I let this go? And that's when I encourage you to get into the therapy books, go into therapy, have a focus, have a goal with your therapist. This is my goal. This is what I want to get through in my life. This is what I want to heal through in my life. This is what I want to get back to in my life. This is my goal with you as my therapist. And will you be able to help me get through this? This is how I feel. This is what I think. Are you going to be able to be that therapist to help me through this? You got to put that at the door. Make sure you're not dealing with a Black apologist. Make sure you're dealing with someone who's not going to feel some way if you say something about Black. You need somebody who can sincerely sit down and listen to what you have to say in totality as your therapist. You need to... I think she wants water, y'all. Hold on a second, okay? Let me double check. Sometimes she be having a big ass bowl of water and she still be fussy. She don't want no sardines. She don't want no fucking sardines. How you like tuna, but you don't like sardines? I don't understand that. She likes tuna, but she doesn't like sardines. Okay, let's go.
It still wouldn't be tantamount to $1 trillion. But what is trillions of dollars are these tax cuts that are specifically going to the top 0.25 of the top 1%. The fact that we're paying Elon Musk $8 million a day. I'm going to say that again. every single day we're paying Elon Musk $8 million a day with his federal contracts. But at the same time, conservatives are trying to tell us the problem is that grandma is getting $1,800 a month in Social Security benefits.
Crazy here, Melinda, as I listen to these people, they don't have any courage. The Freedom Caucus, when Obama was there, fiscal cut. We're not going to extend the debt ceiling. Absolutely not. We need to be cutting. Chip Roy is out there. Thomas Massey is out there. All of these Republicans are out there. And guess what? They're such punks. They're such wimps. They sit here and have no courage and no guts. And so Trump says, do it. I'm going to penalize you. And they're like, okay, daddy, I'll do it.
Well, it's interesting because they seem to forget who employs them, which is the American people, and cutting things like Medicaid is going to affect majority of their constituents. And it's very interesting to me that whenever the Democrats are in office or Democrats are leading, that's when Republicans seem to care. But I think that they're responsible for like 80% of our national debt, right? And it just to the point that you made, Roland, adding to the national debt $4 trillion. And you also made the point about Elon's contracts. Why are we not focusing on that type of stuff? And it's also impossible for them to not cut from Medicaid, even though they are telling that to our faces that they're not going to be cutting any of the funds from Medicaid because it doesn't explicitly say that. But if you look at the federal health and energy programs that they are cutting $880 billion from, there's no way for them to do that without cutting Medicaid. But again, because the wording's not there, they want us to believe that.
Control room, get the clip of Donald Trump at the cabinet meeting today where he was like, oh, no. We're not going to do these cuts. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
Okay. Hold on. She got water. I don't know what the problem is, y'all. She got water. So let me just go ahead and cut it off from here, all right? This is my absolute purpose of doing the Black Woman's Guide. This is my absolute purpose. This is why I put so much into this. I put so much into the questions that you all ask. I put so much into understanding what other Black women feel and are thinking. I have now decided from the direction of where I'm going with this. The groups I'm on in Facebook, I'm going to start reaching out to the people in the groups and these like Black alternative groups and stuff like that and be like, hey, check this out. But actually, when I decide to do that, but not right now, that's not a decision, but I have been thinking about that. These are things that needs to be an open conversation for all. With just a pen, with qualified standard Black women, especially the alternative Black woman. I stand with her the most. Then we can get into all the other ones. Like I said, there's different levels to Black women. And this is why if this was ever to become a panel discussion, an open table discussion, it's going to be so many different levels of Black women speaking and information. And there's going to be things that the Black woman is going to agree with and disagree with. And the biggest one is with the zealot divested Black women who is like, leave this Black nigga alone. And then you're going to have those. It's like, well, wait a minute. Because there's a bigger picture that is here. I'm going to leave it there. Got to go. Yeah, man.